The Storm DNA Coil and Roto Optimum Idol are the next releases coming from SPI on March 15th, so I'm here with your release outlook. This is the forecast. The DNA Coil is pretty simple. It's a Pearl version of the DNA. Same EXO cover formula, same super strong asymmetric supercoil core. It comes in at a 247RG 053 differential and an 023 int diff in 15 pounds. So same RG and diff as the gem line, but with an extra handful of int diff points, so stronger on the asymmetry. This is one of the strongest cores that Storm's ever made. I'm not sure what to expect from this one because the original one was all over the place. Mine was great. This is what it looks like polished up. I still get it out occasionally. It's like a bigger clone. Strong rolling, but still cleanish and firm. Pretty versatile. I can play all over the place with it. I really like it. For others like James and Zach, it was clean and/or very slow. I couldn't give it any room. It didn't like angle whatsoever. Just either a dud or a super one-trick pony. Now either way, while it may technically be the strongest cover on paper that they've ever made, it doesn't act remotely like it. It's definitely stronger than the clone in absolute power, but not remotely in gem or harsh reality territory. And when you factor in how all over the place it was for people, I'm just not sure what we're going to get. I would expect something in stronger reality check territory, not just because it looks like it visually, but because the DNA for me acts like a stronger, smoother check. So the reaction shapes are really similar, that clean, archy climbing look. But the cover being so strong, it might have just been a case of it being too much ball for most people, and with that giant core, something pearl and shiny might make this one a hit. I'm actually pretty interested, but we'll see what happens. I do think the coil will be a significant improvement over the DNA, and now that they have Reactogloss figured out, I'd expect it to be a bigger version of the Eternity or Virtual Energy Blackout, something that hooks as much as an exotic gem but isn't as chuggy or slow. Next, we'll talk about the big one, the Optimum Idol. It uses the same cover formula from the original. Unsure of the differences between this version and that version. The original had Microtrax S18, and this one is just Microtrax. But having thrown all the Microtrax balls and loving the cover in general, the gem cover feels similar enough to the original for me to say that this one will be similar enough. Remember, the original Halo also had Microtrax S18 on it, and the gem just feels like a stronger version of that. A bigger core, so that makes sense. The big difference is that the Icon core now has the AI outer core tech, which buffs the numbers. I know those numbers by heart, 249RG and 052 differential and 15 pounds for the Icon core by itself, but adding the AI outer core juices the numbers to 247 and 056. So lower RG, higher diff may seem like a small difference, but it doesn't take much to create a noticeable change. Another fun fact is that these numbers are identical to Motive's Covert Revolt from several years ago, just pointing that out. This should be a beefed up or really just updated version of the original. Very similar color, I'm expecting it to be stronger but roll very similarly. The wrinkle here is that very few reviewers are going to have original idols to compare to this one in reviews. I know that's what everyone wants to see, but I think you need to just forget about the original. If anyone does still have an idol, it's going to have plenty of use on it. Plus, even if someone decides to spend $300+ on a fresh one for a ball review, the original is almost 6 years old. So again, just forget the original and look at this one compared to what's out now, and look at the shape. I'll do my best in the reviews we have to at least describe the differences and the similarities, because I had a few idols righty, obviously, and it was one of the first I drilled lefty when I switched hands, as we're also taking a look at, so I've got plenty of experience with the original and the line in general, so I'll get you taken care of one way or the other. I really do like the look AI is given to a lot of stuff, and I'm a huge fan of both the Summit and the Peak, so I think this one is just going to enhance the experience of the original, and you know people are going to look hard at it, so if it's billed as a replacement / upgrade over the original, it had better deliver, and considering it's one of Simo's all-time favorites, I guarantee you they made sure this one was worthy, because if it sucks or is too different, people aren't going to be happy. Now, I'm sure you're going to have your hipsters dumping on it for one reason or another, but 6 years is a long time. A lot of things have changed since then, and nostalgia will always seem better than the present, but for the people with a clue that just care about the ball reaction and not making waves or being abstract, I think we're going to be in good shape. There's a lot of proven, familiar elements coming together here, so I'd say ignore the noise and the nonsense. I think we're going to get a banger here. I do have some demo information for you as well. There's one being hosted by Bowler Sanctuary at Kent Lanes in Kent, Ohio, that will have the 2 new balls there. That's this coming Sunday, February 25th. I don't see a time listed anywhere for the demo, but just give them a call to get the info and get signed up if you're in the area and want a chance to throw them before even the staffers get access to them. An older flyer is on the screen with contact info. There's also one in Hickson, Tennessee on Sunday, March 17th. Yes, it's after the ball's release, but if you throw them at the demo and like them, you can just buy them that day. The flyer is up on the screen with the squad times and contact info also. Once again, the DNA Coil and Optimum Idol release on March 15th. I have links in the description to get them pre-ordered. Might want to do that with the Optimum because while I'm sure they're making extra, this one might end up on the back order list pretty quickly regardless. Also, don't forget my code ROSEDAL10 to get 10% off your order at checkout at CoolWick. That's in the description to copy and paste so you don't misspell my weird name. I'll have reviews for both of these coming at some point with both Tobias and Zach at least. Thanks for watching, and may the strikes be with you.